Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about Lightroom, so let's get into it. All right, so if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe if you're into real estate photography because that's what I talk about. But anyways, today's kind of a lengthy comment to a video I posted of which is better, Luminar versus Lightroom. And thank you, Jason Forrester, for your question / comment. Let me read it first. It says, I currently use Lightroom, have for years. I tried out the trial version of Luminar and I liked it for the most part. I gotta say though, Lightroom for me personally is starting to feel really complex and cluttered. Like I genuinely feel bad for anyone just starting out in Lightroom now because it almost feels more complex than Photoshop now in some aspects. The limited features I was able to use with Luminar trial were easy to figure out, and overall it just felt like a very uncluttered, fluid experience compared to Lightroom. Getting real tired of Adobe subscription crap too. Yes, I would definitely agree with you on the Adobe subscription side of things. You know, back in the day, you could just buy it one-time purchase and then it's yours, instead of these reoccurring revenue models, which are very common today. But yeah, I feel like the UI of Lightroom is going to be changing, and I think that's probably why they have Lightroom Classic and like a regular Lightroom. One's more like old school, one is newer. So, but the thing is, I think the biggest obstacle right now for these other players, Luminar, there's a whole lot of different players in the photo editing side of things. The things that Lightroom does, which doesn't seem like it would be that complex, but the other ones do extremely poorly, is like cataloging, importing, like doing things in these programs take much longer. For some reason, it's just, they're just not built around with efficiency in mind, or they're designed for a one-off photo edit. It's not what you deal with real estate photography. You know, real estate photography, you're typically, I mean, you could have over 100 pictures for a single property, and you need something that catalogs very well. And that's why I feel like, at least right now, these other programs aren't ready, but you know, they are getting more complex, better masking, quick sky replacements, you know, a lot of features that can help make life easier as a real estate photographer. But you know, Lightroom, yeah, I have Luminar AI, and some features are very impressive. It's just like those basic things that you need as a real estate photographer that they're definitely lacking. So let me make sure I covered your question. But yeah, you know, Lightroom can seem complex at times until you get used to it. But yeah, it's hard for me to think back, because I remember when I first started editing in Lightroom, I did think it was a lot of options on the right hand side. Now I pretty much use them all depending on what I'm editing, and I like having all the features. But you know, the additional masking options and different things, I can see how you would say it does seem more cluttered today than it used to. So anyways, the UI will likely, hopefully, update over the next few years, making it simpler, more efficient, either a better UI on the Lightroom side of things, or you know, these newer products like Luminar figure out how to handle multiple photos in a more efficient manner, because I think that's the biggest downside. Like, I like some of the features, but I know it takes me twice as long as it does in Lightroom, so I'm just gonna stick with Lightroom, and efficiency is very important to me. So anyways, maybe it's not, maybe you just like you know, those features that Luminar has that Lightroom doesn't. So anyways, that's it for this video. If you got value, hit the like button and subscribe if you're into real estate photography. See you guys on the next one.